Hi everyone, it's me again, Alexander Samson, Vice Dean Education, and these are my top tips about online learning. So, tip number one, too much to know. I think the start of your time at university can be very overwhelming. There's a lot of information, and I think there's a real danger that you can suffer from information overload. So I think to start off with, it's really important to learn how to prioritize, to break down tasks into steps, into kind of manageable chunks. So be organized, and remember, it's much harder when you don't have to get up, travel, and be somewhere at a particular time to get your kind of head into the zone. So make sure you have a suitable space at home, somewhere quiet where you won't be disturbed, headphones with a microphone, and try to structure your day so they fit around the activity wherever you are. Do the preparation. For all classes, there'll be set readings, tasks that you're asked to carry out. Unlike at school, there's nowhere to hide. You cannot be a passive recipient of content if you want to achieve the requisite learning. Tip number two, digital upskilling. Digital upskilling and career readiness have been one of the key changes in recent years, and we've tried as much as possible to make explicit things that perhaps in the past were taken more as read. So, for example, group projects, writing essays or class presentations are not simply about that topic. They're also about the skills that they involve, working with others, communication of information and ideas, and ensuring there's a factual, demonstrable underpinning to the assertions and statements that you make. So when presented with the unfamiliar, embrace it. The digital has completely transformed not just materially how we research, by giving us access to vast repositories of digitized documents, books, articles, objects, and so on, but in fact our ability to marshal large amounts of information on a short timescale and interrogate it. So make the most of it by using the digital platforms that we have available to us in order to organize yourself and your work. Tip number three, FOMO, the fear of missing out. Staff at UCL try to be as approachable as possible, and it's the interactions that students have with us in and outside the classroom, whether virtual or physical, that makes all the difference to your learning journey. So be bold, ask questions, get in touch, and as the old cliche has it, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Tip number four, finding your voice and inclusivity. As academics, all of us are intensely aware of the ways in which our disciplines can reflect, reinforce, and perpetuate power structures that may be more or less pernicious. However, we're articulating our awareness of this more explicitly than ever. Debates about the canon, the body of texts, works of art, historical events, even techniques and approaches that constitute the discipline are extremely present in all of our minds. The main thing to say is that you'll have more time to read good books than probably at any other time in your life. So don't waste it. Read for your studies, for fun, for yourself, and to pursue what you think the burning issues that we face are. Finally, sociability and friends. One of the big challenges and something very difficult to replace in the virtual world is sociability. The experience of meeting new people, making friends, the opportunity to reinvent yourself away from the constraints of school and family. We've tried to provide as many opportunities as possible for you to interact virtually with each other. How did students normally meet? I asked because I couldn't remember. It was the early 90s. It's a long time ago now. But often I think it's after inductions that bring together a cohort. People would mill around, meet in common rooms, departmental spaces to find out about each other, ask what they made of the head of department, the experience so far, and so on. As much as possible, we are trying to replicate that, offering students virtual spaces, virtual common rooms and meeting places. So do make the most of them, hang around after staff leave and see if you can make some headway, socializing and getting to know each other. The Inspiring Minds induction program is also a golden opportunity to mingle and mix. Take those opportunities. Don't be shy. Try to get to know other people in your tutor group or like-minded fellow students by taking advantage of the round tables, book groups, or film clubs to start dialogues. The Students' Union also has a huge range of societies, clubs, and activities to get involved with. It's another way to make friends and meet people. They're going to be having a fantastic full Freshers Week program to present every niche interest under the sun, from music, theatre to modern languages. There'll also, of course, be lots of icebreaker activities at the start of courses to ensure that you have a chance to get to know your fellow students and to facilitate the discussions and intellectual work, analysing ideas with each other that will happen in your seminars. Don't forget, this is something that's almost certainly far more natural to you than it is for us. Very best wishes with your studies, and I hope that your first term at UCL is productive, enjoyable, and enormous fun.